Someone wrote to me the other day and they were saying, I'm a bit afraid about what's going on in the market right now. Should a crisis happen, what should I do? So I want to share a little bit more about this, right? You know, with the Iran war coming over here right now, there is a potential that things can get worse. Oil prices have gone up, and that could lead to a lot of other factors. Manufacturing companies, I've seen many of them get hurt because of the diesel oil going up. Construction companies are also increasing their prices. You may also suffer from crisis because of transportation and fertilizer costs. So we never know what's going on, and here's where I want to make an announcement or broadcast out. What should you do to prepare yourself should things get worse? Right? Could the market just fall? Could you start to lose your job? Could there be a huge inflation? Could the economy slow down? Right? What should you do then? And that's where I say, how do you prepare yourself for a crisis? Right? So these are a couple of things I want to share with you first, right? So let's talk about it. Understand two things that matters most in your life. One is called cash flow, the other one is called capital. Now I'll talk about both. The first thing is this. When many people are worried, it's because they're worried about their incomes, their jobs, their businesses, right? Their day-to-day money that comes in, month-to-month money that comes in may be impacted, correct? Well, that money is called cash flow. And what really happens right now is if you're really worried about your job being disrupted or your business being disrupted, you should set aside savings, which is called capital, for at least 6 months. I would say that would be a very safe factor, right, that you should start looking towards even before a crisis. Prepare that way in advance. Right? Put aside 3 to 6 months of your money. Now, a lot of people are saying, hey, you know, that takes a lot of time. Yes, I truly agree. It may take you a year and a half just to allocate 6 months of saving aside. But the second thing is that it takes you a lot of discipline to put it into something which is liquid. So what I would advise people to do about this is that never put it into something hard like assets like properties, because, or even like stocks or gold, which is very hard for you to convert back into cash. Put it into something liquid, okay? Yes, I know fixed Ds doesn't give you very good returns right now, okay? Or even stocks, okay? I wouldn't recommend you to put into assets like that because during a crisis, the values may change. Stock prices may drop, it's very hard for you to sell a property, so that's very hard for you to get that money out. So what I'm essentially saying is keep 6 months of liquid money or close to liquid money available in the event that a crisis does happen and your cash flow does get affected, all right? Then you can start using that money coming in. So learn how to do forced savings. Now, number 2, start learning new skills. I cannot stress this enough. The most amount of impact I've seen in the market right now are people who know nothing else. Okay, maybe they've enjoyed their life so much, they've focused on their work so much, or even just their business, that one business they're doing so much, they have no other alternate skills. What alternate skills I'm talking about? If you're on a job, maybe considering running a side hustle, right? If you are in a business, maybe you consider learning how to invest. Now, both of this can be very valuable, especially when times where money becomes a problem, okay? If you know how to do a side hustle, go online, do e-commerce, right? Or if you know how to do investments, study the stock market, study the property market. As the crisis approaches, all this will start to adjust itself, okay? The stock market could go down. You can see opportunity there, buy low, sell high. You could see a property go down in price. You could then reinvest into it or buy into it and let the value go up. And then as it recovers, you will benefit more. Or you could see an opportunity in a lockdown, whereas your business could not run, but because you know e-commerce skills, right, you could run your business on a platform. And that would actually make you a lot of money as well. So I think getting new skills is very, very essential prior to a crisis so that you can prepare yourself so when the time comes, you can execute it really very fast. Okay, and last but not least, this is something really important, especially for those of you with loved ones, okay, and your family members. So the last one is this thing called having a plan. And the plan is actually not for you. So I'm going to show you a bit of a story right now, okay, of a person who is actually a working father. Now, he comes from a family whereby husband and wife with 2 kids. Okay, one kid is a teenager already, okay, preparing himself to go into university. Second one is a little bit younger. Okay, so why is this important? It's because when a crisis comes, never face it alone. The most important thing I always tell people is to convert your family into a crisis management team. Everyone's got to be involved. assuming the crisis does happen and the father loses a job. It is not the responsibility of the father to go out there to fend it on their own. Maybe the mom, maybe the two kids will have to get involved to find alternate source of incomes as well. Maybe they may know how to take out their savings as well or reduce expenses. So I think one of the most important thing and the most efficient thing to survive through times like this, not just to make money but just to survive, is to actually come up with an open discussion between all family members to prepare themselves in times when money is of shortage. I've seen this happen, this person who actually lost his job during the last financial crisis, and how they pulled it through for the period of 18 months was when they started to talk to the family members. In fact, the son deferred his education for just about 1 year, right, so that they could go through the whole financial situation until things got better, right? The mother even went out there to do some side hustles, sold some things on the side, like they were baking cakes, okay, and doing a little bit of sewing. Everyone pitched in. And I think one of the beautiful part about this story is that the family unit came in stronger. They understood the value of unity. They even understood the value of creating wealth together and supporting one another. The father came out not feeling so bad as well. Everyone chipped in, and finally when the father got a new job and could able to sustain the family again, everyone went through being more grateful about how things happened. So I would say one of the best important things to do is not just about saving money yourself or even having the side hustles, but having a powerful family unit as a team could actually pull you through all this. And as a matter of fact, not just make more money out of it, but have more gratitude and even become a closer team because of this. Right? Now, if you guys want to know how to really make a lot of money from all this right now and maybe even thrive during times of crisis, come into my class, okay? I share with people how to do investments. I would say that it has two reasons. One, of course, to make money, but the second is protection. Many people don't really know what to do when things hit until the worst case situation happens, right? And I always tell people is don't wait until the time comes. Today, especially in times like today, investment is one of the basic skills that everyone should need to protect themselves and to gain some extra income. So if you want to know that, I have this thing called capital to cash flow. I'm showing people how to create large amount of capitals in a short amount of time, legally through investments, and then create them to generate what I call generational wealth, passive income. How to create that money coming in over and over again without you working hard. Now, if you have someone who wants to listen to all this and wants to know more, click the link below. Let me share with you how to play this game so that you and your family members can play it as well and everyone thrive in good times and bad. All right, so see you then.